Would you spend 450,000 on a one-bedroom apartment in Maidstone? Now, this photo makes it look very snazzy, and they have invested money into this flat, but it is in Maidstone, and it's not very big. It is actually deceptive because it is a one-bedroom flat that basically, if you go above the bath, there's a window there that goes through to the kitchen. So I'll show you the floor plan so you can get an idea of it. This is the bedroom here. We've got the bath sat there, and then obviously this is the living space, which is quite nice, the kitchen living space. So here you can see the kitchen living space. And from a different angle, this does look quite spacious. And it has all the mod cons, they've done the lighting, they've done the colours. So they have set this up really nicely and invested in it, because these kind of things, it's a stone bath, are expensive. They've got touchscreen this, underfloor heating, heat pump sources, all the works. But I think what they've forgotten is that it's basically a one-bed flat in Maidstone. I don't know how big it is, but it's, probably not quite 40 metres squared. And it's just like, well, the decor is very individual, I think. And so maybe someone has set this up, invested a lot of money in it, and spent far too much money, because flats in this area go for around 200k, not 450k. So they've almost tried to double the price of what it probably should go for. Look, I haven't done the research in the area. They have done it really, really well in places. They've invested in the materials. So is this, what I'm confused about is this someone who's bought a house and then invested in it to their style, but just over-invested and now trying to recoup their money? So a different angle for the bedroom. Or is this an investor? Because we've also discovered it's on Airbnb. So luxury top floor apartment on at £300 a night. Well, what have they done with the bathroom, the lighting? So as you can see, they've just done this, well, some people might say nicely, parts to me are nice, parts to me are a bit not quite to my taste. But essentially, it's this top floor apartment in this building, and there's a shop there. And believe it or not, I think this whole building was bought for 47 grand. It's a bit difficult to tell because it doesn't really give you the data that you need. But I'm thinking that someone might have bought this a long time ago, split it into flats, maybe left out the commercial bit, maybe converted the uppers into flats. And it's just gone overboard into this particular flat and thought, actually, if I go overboard, I could rent it out for a lot on Airbnb and recoup my money. But if you check on Airbnb, I don't think there are that many bookings on it. So I just think someone has just spent too much money and got property investing all wrong. You should really be, every pound you spend, be getting £2 back as a general rule of thumb is quite a good guide. Whereas I think this is exactly the opposite. Every pound they've spent is probably, they're going to get less than half of that back, unfortunately. So it can go wrong if you don't do things right. You might pick up a bit of information and go, oh, let's go premium, let's do this. But if the area doesn't hold the price, you're never going to get the price. If the area has no interest to let, even though it looks very good and it's kind of a place where a couple might go and stay for a night. But again, is there the demand in Maidstone for a romantic getaway? Because it does seem ideal for something like that. But are you really going to pay 300 quid to stay in Maidstone in that location? Who knows? Let me know your thoughts on this one. I find it an interesting one. Don't forget to give me a follow for more interesting property stories and join my property investing community if you don't want to overspend on what you're doing when you come to refurbs and investment, and get the right ideas and the right strategies to move your property investing journey forward.